With Marcus Rashford, he got 2 more last night. He's on fire this season. He got 1 against Liverpool. He got 2 against your mob so far this season. 5 goals, 3 assists. That's in 8.
You love him, didn't you?
I've always backed him.
Yeah,
I've always backed him. Right, you and I have had many a conversation.
Yeah.
There was one moment. Who was in here? I think it was Jack Wilshere when you were talking about
I still take
Marcus
Welbeck.
Rashford
I still take
or
Welbeck.
Welbeck.
I still take Welbeck. Still. I still would.
Ben,
Yeah.
you know these cameras pick this up and it goes out on social media.
Me, you, and Jack had a long debate about
You're
Welbeck.
the only person on the planet that would
Jack
pick
was sitting
Welbeck
there. He was
now.
Well, not now. Obviously,
That's
it's different.
what I'm
But we were
saying.
talking about in their pomp.
I just find that I'm speechless.
You
think a great Danny Welbeck is better than a great Marcus Rashford? What's the answer to that question?
Welbeck in his pomp was better.
Okay, well, I don't see that. What have you made of Marcus Rashford's return to form? Because there are question marks whether or not he was going to be including Gareth Southgate's
Right, and rightly so.
Yeah, and rightly so, because his form was pretty poor. But he has got better and better and better. I think if this form continues, he will, without a doubt, be in the final squad.
Yeah, he has to be. I mean, he looks confident again. He looks direct. He's not complicating his game. He's doing the basics well, scoring goals, assisting, and not only that as well, he's been a problem as well. He's making an impact, whether it's from the bench or wherever it's starting. But, I mean, Marcus Rashford, we know how much of a talent he is. I mean, there was times where you was putting him in unrealistic brackets saying he could be one of the best players in the world, which is just...
Sometimes you misquote me. I don't remember saying that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Well, he's still only 24 years old, right?
Okay, but
he is.
how old's Haaland? And look at the levels.
Okay, I know. But okay, you could argue that if you put Marcus Rashford in that Man City team, he'll be a lot more prolific than he is.
He would not be as prolific as
I didn't say that. I said he'll be a lot more prolific.
Okay, but...
Because he's playing in not the best Man United side of all time,
but still,
right?
that's ridiculous. But no, Marcus Rashford, I'm glad that he's come back to form. He did a lot to deal with. And maybe that's taken its toll a little bit on him. I mean, he did a lot for the world, in children. So that to me isn't something where you just go, right, I'm doing this for the kids, I'll switch off on that and go on. Surely that was kind of clouding his issues, his mind for a long, long time. But he's back, he's playing football, he looks confident. And when you look who he's up against, certainly for the England call-up, you say, Bowen, Sancho, Grealish, Sterling, Mount, Foden, Saka, they're the wide ones. Yeah. At the minute, you'd say he's ahead of Bowen. Bowen's struggling. I think 100%. I think Bowen's struggling to get on the plane.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's ahead of Sancho. Well, Sancho wasn't in the last squad.
I agree.
I mean, it's a fight for the rest because...
But the rest can go, right? Grealish, Foden, Saka, Sterling and Rashford can all go.
Well, out of all of them we've said, there's only one of them players that hasn't scored a goal, and that's Mason Mount. In any competition.
Yeah, but the last time he played for England, he scored an absolute well.
That's the issue. But no, if he continues with this form, Marcus Rashford, with the confidence and who he's scoring against, he's got a goal against Liverpool, 2 against Arsenal, a couple in the Europa League. He has to be on the plane for me.
Okay. I want to talk Marcus Rashford as well. 03717223344, excuse me. Just a quick word about Man United last night, because we were on air when they went 1-0 down. I watched the rest of the game on the train home, and when we went 3-1 up, I was like, here we go. And all of a sudden, after we scored the third, they came back to 3-2. And it was an agonising last maybe 10-15 minutes, but they held on United. The last 5 goals United have scored have all been from subs. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I still don't know the answer to that.
Listen, it shows that... I think it's probably a good thing because it shows whatever Ten Hag's doing, the players are coming off the bench with the right attitude. Okay. Because you've got scenarios where we've seen it, players coming off the bench, not happy that they've not started. They come on, they have no impact whatsoever. As you said, Man United players are coming on, they're hungry. It's almost like they sense blood, like, well, if I play well, I could stay in this team with this manager. So I think it's a good thing. But I said Ten Hag deserves a lot of credit because he's had to make big decisions, make big calls, and every single one of them players, because I thought Martial, for instance, was finished at United.
Me too.
I thought that was it.
His goal last night was amazing.
Brilliant. He's come back. All of a sudden, he had a good pre-season, had the injury at the start. He looks full of confidence. Rashford, turnaround in his form is like night and day. So... yeah, I think it's a good thing for Manchester United. It shows that the squad, there is real good squad harmony there.
Okay, and just finally as well, because we've got loads to talk about with United, and we'll take calls on it, 03717223344. Dial now, you'll be next, by the way. Just finally, it wasn't the best performance from Man United last night, but it was a victory after the tonking we got against Man City. When you've been involved in a tonking, I'm sure you have, as every footballer has, is it just about getting back on the horse? Irrelevant of the performance, get that win. You
got to get that win, yeah. I mean, as you said, I've had a couple. I had one at Chelsea, which was 7-2, but because it was Chelsea and the team that they had, even though we shouldn't be getting beat 7-2, you still go, all right, this team could do this to anyone. They're fantastic. A bit like, probably not as good as Manchester City now, but still incredible footballers in that team. But the worst one was when we got beat in the derby, 5-1 to Newcastle. Now, that took a bit of time because even when we won the game the next week, the fans, they were with us, but you could tell it hurt them. To lose to Newcastle by that margin, it really hurt. So that took a little bit of time to kind of get them, not back on side, but back to normal. So yeah, I think the most important thing is that you react really well. Manchester United did that. It was a bit tricky going to Omnia, but you got the result. Is that how you say it, Omnia?
Don't say it like that, all right? Your team beat someone from Lord of the Rings last night, didn't they? Frodo Baggins or something.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.